Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So before we get into the reading, I just wanted to remind everyone that my new project is starting this Sunday the 14th of July, so in a couple of days from when this is being released. And yeah, the group is already coming together. Like, people have been sharing their prayers for this upcoming Zoom call, and it's just really beautiful to see how this has come together, and I just feel really grateful, and I just wanted to share that with everyone. So today we're going to be just doing an old classic of what does Spirit want you to know. There will be 3 groups, and I will let you choose your group now. Much love, you guys. Okay, so group number 1, you chose Discovering Truth. You stand in the light of truth. Here it is. And I feel like you are standing in the light of truth right now. You've had some kind of discovery, some kind of awakening. It feels like to the level of an activation though. You have been there's a deep activation in your energy body through you being able to see something, see the truth. And it's going to like illuminate a path forward for you. It's going to be life-changing, I'm hearing. Like, it's going to change the course of your life, being able to know this, see this, having this revealed, realizing this. But I'm getting the sense of like something about other people in your life aren't going to be able to see this the same way that you can. They're not going to have the same clarity of perception. They're not going to be able to maybe even see the truth at all. Because you see in this card how the people in the background are walking in a completely different direction to the person in the foreground. And that's the energy. There's multi-directional energy here represented in this card. And there's even sheep in the background, which I think is a little bit a little bit of a little cheeky message there, because I feel like you might be coming up against a sense of sheep. Like, you know how they say the sheep, like the mainstream energy can kind of be like sheep. They all want to go in one direction, and they don't necessarily celebrate critical thinking or differences even. So there's something about this, like, this activation for you is evoking some kind of process where you're having to process like that feeling of alienation, that feeling of being able to see truth that other people can't see, and even maybe sometimes questioning your own truth. Like, maybe it can even make you have self-doubt, or that might be a thing of the past now, but there's something about navigating wanting to feel connected to other people, and also needing to be around others who can see the truth that you can see, like needing that. And there's also some kind of like subconscious, it's like your intuition is really picking up on a lot to do with this truth around how much you're actually going to be changing. Like, you as a person are going to be changing, and this means that your life is actually going to be changing. Like, you're going to be taking different, I'm feeling inspiration from you. Like, this truth is like setting you free. You feel inspired. You want to be a way shower with this truth. You want other people to see this. You want other people to know this. I feel it's very spiritually connected for you. You have a spiritual connection to this truth. It's awakened within you, some kind of spiritual truth. Like, you know this, you want other people to see it, and Spirit's saying for now just be okay with you being in the light of truth, because I'm not seeing other people around you necessarily coming with you on this path, and I'm feeling like your subconscious knows this, your intuition knows this. There's this part of you that's like, oh, knowing this truth means that I'm going to be walking in a different direction than someone or other people, and that this might cause a little bit of conflict, or this might mean that this thing can't work out, this career, this job, this relationship, this community, this whatever it is. There's something about that, and that's the part of you that might want to like sabotage this, or might want to not receive this fully, because there's a lot at stake. Like, there's something about that, like knowing that this is going to bring more change than you really can like control. Like, this is changing things beyond you. Like, knowing this truth, integrating this truth, following this truth, there's something very individual about it. There's something very individual about it, and that spirit is asking you to like embrace that and to anchor into that individuality, that solo energy to do with this truth, because it's okay if other people can't see it. It's okay if other people don't get it. It's okay if other people even try to dissuade you from doing this or tell you that it's wrong or dangerous or whatever it is. But you know that it's truth, and there's something been awakened within you that's true. Like, it's truth. There's a frequency that is true, that awakens you, that makes you feel so connected to spirit and source, and that's the energy spirit wants you to tap into, and just anchor into that. And there's something about like really trusting in this process of what the truth is showing you, because the people that are meant to be on the path with you will be able to integrate this truth and accept it in you, or come along on the ride with you if that's necessary. Like, they will take the right steps, they will align with your energy. It won't lead to such a disconnect. But the people that are not meant for you, the people, places, things, they won't be able to come along. And that's a good thing, even though it can feel really painful, and even though it can feel like it evokes fear and it evokes this sense of like, oh my God, wait a minute. That's what I'm getting from this card. It's like this huge activation. It's so positive. It's quantum leap. It's pushing you into the direction of your destiny, and it's bringing up fear because there's a huge portion of your life that's going to change now, and then it won't ever be the same anymore. You guys, this is huge. Spirit really wants to come through for you. Okay, we're going to get some more cards in. There is like really this almost duality energy with your group, where your higher self, the part of you that's like more like less attached to the earth stuff is like so excited, and you can really get into that frequency. But the part of you that does have earth attachments and that, isn't ready to completely let go of this relationship or this job or this career or whatever it is, that part of you can feel the emotions of grief, of even denial, of wanting to repress this truth sometimes. And so it's a process, Spirit's saying, because it is bringing about so much change, but it's such a beautiful thing. Like, Spirit really is celebrating you, and this is also giving you the opportunity to really clear some kind of soul level wound around being able to see a truth that other people can't see. This process is like setting you free from ever holding yourself back because other people can't see the truth that you can, or something like this. Like, it's really this process of whatever emotions might be coming up, being triggered, it's coming up to be cleared, released, and healed, because you're going to a new level. And any of these emotions, like, I'm feeling it's a soul level, like, wound, maybe past life energy, where it's like, you really, Spirit saying you're learning how to like hold your strength of being able to see the truth when no one else around you can, or when a really important person can't, and being able to follow that path anyway, and knowing it within yourself, and not being misdirected by other people around you being like, hey, that's not true, or that's dangerous, or trying to put fear into your heart so that you don't follow your path, because for whatever reasons, people do this. So Spirit's saying you have to be able to see that this is the right thing for you. You're standing in the light of truth. You know this is true. And it's such an important third eye activation, because it's going to eliminate that sense of self-doubt, or that sense of fear that you might have around the strength of your own intuition, or that fear around being alienated from others through knowing the truth. That's really kind of what it is. So Spirit, what else is it that you're really wanting to say about this activation? Loyalty, sincerity, and unconditional love. The dog spirit. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so beautiful. Because you have this unconditionally loving heart, and so this is the energy of you being like, come on guys, let's all see the truth together. Because there's something about your heart hurts for the people that can't see the truth that you can see. Your heart hurts because you want to bring them, you want to save them, you want them to be okay. It's that kind of energy, and you know that the path that they're going on maybe is not true. They're right, therefore it's away from Spirit if it's not true. And so that hurts your heart in some way. Like, there's some kind of fundamental truth that you would love other people to be able to see, because it would set them free, and it would heal the earth, and it would be all these beautiful things. But it's like you're learning how to love, like how to unconditionally love and let go of that, let go of them knowing, them needing to see it the way you see it, them needing to be on the same path as you. And it's a deeper process, because because partly it comes through having the boundaries and walking away. Like some of this is going to come, some of this unconditional love, it's like, it might come from leaving, it might come from walking away, it might come from separation. And there's something very deeply spiritual about this though, because it's like there's something about the independence energy where it's like you really having that connection to spirit so that it's okay. Like this process of letting go of the things that aren't aligned to you anymore is less painful when you're more in touch with why it's happening, with the spirit side of it. And I'm seeing this kind of elevation where it's not going to be as painful as it first is. When you first have to do this process of letting go of the relationships, the people, the places, the things, it's excruciating. But Spirit's saying it gets easier. Like there's something about it where you're going to come into your own. You're going to come into the positive side of things, of why this had to happen. Why did you have to go through the pain of letting things go, of leaving something or someone or people? Why did you have to go through that? Because it wasn't aligned. And then you get the positive side of it, which is it's your own connection to spirit. It's your own connection to spirit. And I'm getting this dog energy in a different way now. It's showing me like when you have this third eye activation, when you're really letting it in, that's what Spirit's saying, is let in this third eye activation, let in this truth, let it change you, let it move your world, let yourself cry, let yourself let go, let yourself surrender. Go into this deeply, go into this fully, because you're going to find that your connection with Spirit is so strong. It's as loyal to you as your best friend, as a dog, you know, as man's best friend. Is that connection to Spirit is going to become so strong that you're not going to need these external things to hold on to. This is what I'm getting. It's like you're learning how to really connect into Spirit so that you don't have these earthly attachments. This is really high level stuff, you guys. This is really powerful. So there's some kind of like surrender process you're going through where you have to like detach, you have to let go of things that maybe you thought were certain and definite, like aspects of your identity or relationships or something. You're like, no, this is definitely forever, right? And then you're having this awakening, you're like seeing it in a different way, or you're seeing maybe it's not certain anymore. You're realizing that it's not certain and it never actually was. And it's like this huge paradigm shift. But what it's doing is that it's anchoring you with Spirit. It's anchoring you with the divine. It's anchoring you with your own independence, your own connection to Spirit, so that these things that are attachments externally, if they ebb and they flow, if your external world changes the way that it looks, that won't hurt you so much, that won't cause so much suffering, which it's never, kind of meant to, Gosh, so there's this really up-leveling thing, and it's all about your connection to Spirit. It's all about your connection to the divine, and it's also about this essence, this spirit of independence. And like, why does Spirit want us to be independent and free and not attached to these things external to us? Okay. So the camera cut out just then. So we're just going to pull another card for you, group one. What does Spirit want you to know? Beauty, the butterfly. This is the energy of transformation, a beautiful transformation. You are going to be completely changed. Yes, on this path that you're on. You're going to be moving from the caterpillar to the chrysalis to the butterfly. Like, I don't know what point exactly you're on, but it seems like you're really going deep into this journey of transformation, group one. And Spirit's saying that there's something so beautiful on the other side, that any kind of pain or struggles that you might go through in this process, it's going to be so worth it. There's going to be a sense of such beauty, such divinity, like that, the crying, like I'm just seeing crying of tears of gratitude that you made it to this point of being the butterfly, that your past self was willing to make those decisions, to be the caterpillar, to be the chrysalis for you, and so you could be it in the end form, your butterfly. Like there's something about this, really you following this truth, this path that is true all the way to the end, so that you get to see the whole process of transformation that you're on. Spirit saying just keep following it to the end, because you're on this beautiful process of transformation. And I'm even seeing like physical change, like your body will physically change because of this truth. Even your eyes, like everything about you changing, beautifying, becoming more and more like the divine, becoming more and more in touch with the divine. And it's also that classic thing of like, what appeals to the butterfly is not going to be satisfying to the caterpillar. You know, butterflies eat a totally different diet than a caterpillar. And so it's like your preferences for life are going to be changing. And this is just part of your natural spiritual evolution. There's nothing wrong with the person that you used to be. There's nothing wrong with the person that you're becoming. It's a natural progression. It's a natural different stage of life that you're moving through. Okay. So yeah, Spirit's saying just don't be afraid of your preferences changing. Don't be afraid of the change, because the change is a natural process and you don't have to try to stop it from happening. And you can't really anyway. Not that you would want to deep down, but there might be a part of you that's clinging to the earthly realm stuff that's like, no, this can't leave. This can't be the, you know. Spirit's like, it can be and it will be. And there's something really special about your group, because we got 2 animal spirit messengers from the Avalon deck, the dog and the butterfly, and it's just this beautiful innocence. It's like, let yourself go in this process of transformation, because you're becoming your own divine blueprint. It's like for some reason your divine blueprint has not fully been expressed into this world, and I think that it takes time, and the world itself is changing, all this stuff, but there's something about your divine blueprint. It's like, boom, it's going to be fully expressed into this world completely as you were meant to, as Spirit intended you to be. You're going to be that. And so allow the layers to fall, because who you're becoming is the truest version of yourself, and it's going to be extremely obvious to you that you made the right decisions and that this was the truth all along. You know, don't let anyone scare you into not seeing the truth, or into wanting to follow with the sheep, you know, with the others. Like, it can be a scary moment, right? That moment when you're like, I'm going in a different direction than like literally everybody that I know. That's a big thing, you know. It can bring up really deep, like I said, soul level wounds about alienation, about being kicked out of the tribe, about not having that safety and security of not being accepted, of being seen as the weird one, of being seen as threatening, all these kinds of things, of bringing the light of truth where people don't want to see it. And that's the other thing Spirit's saying, is like, don't try to bring the light of truth to the sheep people, because that's not where your light of truth is meant for. Like, there's something about not needing to convince everyone around you straight away. Just go into this process for your own process, and then in time, I'm seeing that you're actually going to probably end up sharing this truth. Yes, you're going to share your story, you're going to share what you've discovered, you're going to share the answer that you've had, you're going to share what you see, you're going to help awaken others to this truth as well. You will actually end up doing this, because I'm seeing that the frequency of this truth, this activation, is so deep, it's so powerful, that you're not going to be able to hold it back. You're not going to be able to like suppress it completely. This is why you already want to share it. You already want everyone to come with you. You already want everyone to see it the way you do and take the actions the way you're going to. And that won't necessarily happen across the board, where, you know, and Spirit's saying that's okay. And to actually see that as a blessing. See it as a blessing that you don't have to do it with all the people around you. See it as a blessing that you get to experience this path just yours. It's yours. It's your sacred path. It's your sacred, you know, space that can't then be disrupted by anyone around you, because it's just yours. There's something so integral about that connection to Spirit, that connection to, I know this is right for me and I'm taking this step. Wow. So I do see at some point, like, you're going to kind of come full circle, where you're going to come out, like, maybe when you're in this sort of butterfly phase, you're going to want to share with the world. You're going to be like, guys, I discovered the truth and I want to share it with you all. I discovered this healing thing. I discovered whatever it is. And there's something about it, because it's so true. It's so divine. It creates such a transformation in you that you feel like you need to share it, or it just is fundamentally a part of your story in some way, and so it will be shared. And so Spirit's saying, hold on, you know, you don't have to share it all as soon as you discover it. It can be a process, it can be a journey, and then you get to share the wisdom along the path of, I discovered this truth and I integrated it, and I went through the transformation of my whole life changing by doing this, by following this path, and I've grown, and look at where I am now. And so you get to tell the full story picture. There's something about that, by allowing the story to unfold, allowing the process to happen. And you're going to have that satisfying feeling of coming back into community. If you have to leave a relationship, if you have to leave a situation, a job, an identity, know that it's because a better thing is coming in. That's more of a match to you, and that will come in. I'm seeing that for you. Okay, group 1, that was your reading. Sending you heaps of love, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Okay, group number 2, you chose joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. So this card is so beautiful. I'm really feeling a very magical energy from your card. Like the energy is believe in magic. Something that you really want and desire is actually going to come true. It's going to come true. It's something you really, really want from the deepest part of your heart, from your soul. Maybe it's been a really long-standing thing. Maybe it's something you've had to open your heart to and heal in order to receive. Like it's a really deep process for you to receive this. It's because it's a very pivotal thing. It's something, it's going to be, it's very special to you. It's very important to you. And there's even a part of you maybe that hasn't known if it's going to come in or hasn't known if it's even going to happen. Like there's a message here of Spirit wants to tell you that it is going to happen and that it's a sure thing, so that instead of wondering and like umming and ahhing, like, is this going to happen? Isn't this going to happen? Maybe, maybe not. Instead, you're like, I know that this is happening and it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. That's what your spirit guides want you to know. They want you to be confident that something that you deeply desire, like the deepest desire of your heart, it will come true and more. It will come true and more, and all of them will come true. Like there's something about, it's almost like you've been not fully wanting to like take hold of this, not fully wanting to take hold of this dream and claim it as yours, because there's a part of you that's been like, what if it doesn't come true? What if this is crazy and delusional of me and this is totally impossible and oh my God. And it's that feeling of impossible. It's impossible for some kind of reason. And Spirit's saying it's 100% possible, and Spirit wants you to open your heart to this thing happening more and more and more, because it's actually going to help it actually manifest for you. It's going to help it manifest for you, moving out of this energy of like, is it going to happen? Isn't it going to happen? Yes, no, maybe, sometimes, and being like, yes, it's going to happen. And it's a matter of time. It might take a while, it might not. It's happening. It's happening. So open your heart to that, open your whole being to that, open your whole world to that, because I'm seeing like, really beautiful things coming in. And that is like the deepest message of your reading, really. I wonder what else wants to come through. But it's really about opening your heart to joy, opening your heart to the fact that this really will happen, because it is going to happen and it's going to help it to come in quicker. Spirit's been struggling a little bit with getting through to you that this is absolutely actually happening. This is a yes. This is a yes. This is happening. This is a yes. And that it's almost like, I don't know, Spirit is, I'm even wondering, like, why would you think this wouldn't happen? Of course it will. And maybe there's some deep healing in really recognizing that this really will happen. Like you really realize, oh, this thing is happening for me. And there's something about that is going to make some kind of, like, it's literally like a chemical change in your body. It's going to be like a cellular change when you really release the doubt of like, is this going to happen for me? Is this crazy? Is this impossible? To being like, this is happening. And Spirit really wants you to know that no matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how impossible that you think that this dream of yours is. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. That's what Spirit wants you to know. And I love delivering messages like this because it's so happy and joyful. All right, so what else do you want? And what else do you want Piles to know, Sat? What else? The cow, nourishment, abundance, asking, receiving. This is what I was picking up on before, where I was like, why would you think that this wouldn't happen for you? Why would you think this wouldn't come true? Like, there's something in there about, why would you think that this wouldn't come true? Of course it's going to come true. Like, it's, like, you think everyone else is going to end up with the perfect person for them but me. I'm always going to be single. And it's like, well, why would you think that? That's crazy. Of course you're not going to be. Like, of course there's someone out there for you. So there's something about this of really realizing that kind of thinking and realizing that it's false. It's not true. Like, Spirit really, really wants you to see that this is happening for you. This is coming for you. And because you have asked, you will receive. Because you have asked, you will receive. Nourishment, abundance, asking, receiving. There is so much abundance out there for everybody. Like, Spirit's saying you never have to feel lack. You never have to feel jealous, envious of what other people have, because we're all on a different timeline. We're all on a different time, time sensitive mission. Some things happen at different times for all of us. And Spirit's saying that when you actually receive the thing that you asked for at the time that you do, you're going to be so grateful that it happened at the time that it did. You're going to be so grateful that it happened at that time. Even though that might sound like a crazy message to you right now, because you want it right now, or you've like, it's taken so long, what are you talking about? This is ridiculous. Well, when it happens, you're actually going to be like, thank you. Thank you, universe, for holding that away, or for letting me explore things in my own way, or whatever it is. Like, thank you, because when it comes in, it's like gonna come in such a blissful way with this cow spirit. Like, it's solid, you know, cows are heavy. There's something solid about this manifestation. It's solid, it's a sure thing, it's reliable, it's gonna stick around. All right, it's gonna be forever. It's a forever thing. It's a forever manifestation. There's a fear I'm also picking up. Like, this manifestation, this joy, this thing that you're receiving is so dear to your heart, it's so close to your soul, it's so important to you, that it evokes deep fears. It evokes deep fears of, what if this never happens? What if I get this thing and then it's taken away? What if I've tried before and I've failed? What if I fail again? You know, these deep fears, like at a soul level, and spirit is just wanting to come through in this message to soothe those fears, to soothe that energy of worry, of overthinking, of overanalyzing, of comparing, of judging your own path and being like, I've not done this thing yet, this thing hasn't come in yet. Spirit's like, just let it go, because your dreams are coming true, and you're not gonna care. You're not gonna care once it actually comes in. You're not gonna be like, gosh, you know, those past 5, 10, whatever, how many years, 6 months that I spent not having this thing, what a waste. You're not gonna think that. You're gonna be like, wow, I'm such a different person now, that I'm receiving this now than if I was receiving it back then. You know, there's gonna be something about the timing of when you receive this. It's going to feel really safe in your heart, and you're going to feel like it's so stable and certain, and that's from the work that you've done, the inner work that you've done. Spirit's saying that's why it's going to feel so safe and so certain. It's like the inner work you've done. This also really does almost feel like a love reading for some of you guys, but not for everyone. For some of you, it's different, but yeah. The heart energy is coming through really strongly. Okay. Oh my gosh, romance. Right as I said that, romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. And the illusion is you thinking that you're not worth it, or that it would never happen, or that you're not good enough, or something like this. And spirit, or that it will be taken away, that it's unsafe, that it's unstable. Anything like that is really the illusion. It's the fear, you know, it's the fear being like, what if this happens? Because it's really just a what if. It's an illusion. It hasn't even manifested yet in order for it to be taken away yet. So it's all an illusion. You know what I'm saying? It's this future, getting into the future of things. And Spirit saying, get into the right now. Get into the right now, because there's something as well about your path. Like, Spirit wants you to have respect for your path, have respect for where you've come from, where you're going, and the exact point that you're in right now. Because there's something about, like, once you get this thing that you really desperately want, you desire, that's so close to your soul and your heart, and that is going to change your life and bring you so much joy and delight and happiness and activations and all these beautiful things. Once you get that thing, you're going to look back to this side of the manifestation where it hasn't manifested yet, and you're going to send so much love to that version of yourself. You're going to send so much love and gratitude and be like, thank you for carrying me through that. Thank you for being there. Thank you for making those choices. Thank you for healing. Thank you for not giving up on me. You know, there's something so beautiful about that. And so Spirit wants you to, like, give yourself that respect right now. Be like, look, you are the Grail Knight. You've been working so hard. You've been loyally working on this goal, this dream. You've been like, Spirit, I am yours. I am your servant. Like, show me how to heal. It's a beautiful thing. And Spirit's like, hey, like, send yourself that love, that gratitude, that appreciation right now. And be like, wow, I've been on this path and I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. I'm actually here. And again, there's something about the path that you're on that is sacred. It is sacred. Like, something about Spirit wants you to know that there's something really sacred about the part that you're in right now, or the part that you're in before the manifestation comes in. I know that when you're in that part right before the manifestation comes in, it's so easy to just keep looking over the fence to where that manifestation is and be like, I want that, I want that, I want that. But Spirit's saying, like, check in again, be in that present moment where you are right now, of how beautiful life is right now, of you know, knowing that this thing is coming in. How beautiful is that? How sacred is that? How sacred is this journey that you've carried yourself on? Like, there's something about really leaning into that, being proud of yourself, seeing the sacredness of your choices, of your journey, and holding space for yourself and being like, thank you, I love you, you're amazing, you know, you've carried me here. Yeah, group 2. And again, like if it is a romantic relationship, because I feel like for this group, a lot of this energy could really easily be applied to actually just finding the one. It really feels like that energy. And it's been a long journey towards that. Spirit's saying, appreciate your singleness. Appreciate it while it's here. See it as this sacred thing that is going to be radically changed when you have that partner in your life. There's something about the energy when you're single and you have that, it's like a different kind of, solitude, where the connection to spirit is so loud, it's so pure, it's so clear. And it's not that that goes away with partnership, but it changes your whole, like the whole fabric of your life will change once you start living in partnership instead of living in solitude. So it's like there's something about that. Or if it's not a relationship, there's something still about the sacredness of before it comes in. And it's almost like, it's not like you're going to miss it per se, because I think you're going to be extremely joyful and delighted that this thing comes in when it does. But there will be a different like wisdom that you're going to feel when it comes in. And Spirit's like, you can tap into that now. You can tap into that now. You can be like, how would I feel about me on this side of the manifestation from the side when it's manifested? How would I feel about my single self once I'm married? How would I feel about, my unfit self once I'm running a marathon? It's like, gosh, there's a different kind of level of care and respect that you have for that part of you once you've achieved it. And Spirit's like, tap into that now. Tap into that right now. You got that. Okay, so we're going to pull some more cards to finish up your reading. And again, the message is just coming through that it's a sure thing. It is a sure thing. It is definitely manifesting no matter how impossible you think that it is. Just keep going forward, because you're on your path and you're going to get there. You're going to get to that pinnacle, that manifestation. No matter how impossible you think that it is. Spirit knows it's possible, right? Okay, so what do you want group 2 to know, Spirit? What would you like to tell them? View from above, get the big picture. Yes. Get the big picture. Spirit's perspective is that of course it's coming in. Of course. Of course you're going to get this thing. That's what Spirit wants you to know. But there's also this grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. It's really the same message that was coming through already, you guys. It's just repeating here. Your group is actually really crystal clear. It's like crystal clear messages. Have respect and love for all parts of the journey, because you're actually going to be able to, you can access that now by tuning in to that point in time when you already have what you manifested. How would you feel about your past self? Like using the example of running a marathon. Why not? You would have so much love and respect for the part of you that got up all those early mornings to train, to go running, to that push past the pain, that got through those mental blocks. You'll be like, thank you. Like grace and gratitude. Thank you, by the grace of God, I got here. Thank you for keeping on going. Thank you for making those choices. Thank you for making those tough decisions. Thank you for never giving up on this dream that we have. Thank you. And like Spirit wants you to like give that to yourself now, because that's where the point in the process that you're in is like, you're in that tough point that your future self is going to be so grateful for you for not giving up on. And so be grateful for yourself, be grateful for your strength. Wow, you are strong. And there's a reason like that all of this stuff has played out the way that it has and in the timing that it has. And you will get this full picture of understanding at some point. There will be this sense of release from questions of wondering of why did it take so long? And there'll be just a peaceful level of understanding. I'm feeling that coming in so strongly for you. If you really are struggling with questioning, like why has my path been this way? Why have things been delayed? Why has this not happened? Spirit's saying you will actually get to the point where you have peace about that, where you have some kind of answer to that makes sense. That's like a puzzle piece clicking into place for you, and you're like, okay. So, back of the deck is miracles as well. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Exactly. Expect it, group 2. Expect it, because I can tell you right now, Spirit's telling you that it's coming. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. Miracles are coming, okay? Absolute miracles, absolute transformation, absolute bliss, absolute manifesting from the core of your heart's desires what it is that you are desiring, and getting that and fulfilling that and meeting that and receiving that. All right, group 2, sending you heaps of love on your journey, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Group number 3, you chose Wondrous Universe, Walk in Beauty. So I feel like a major glow up happening for you. Your group is glowing up, like you're becoming more successful, more beautiful, more of something that you want to be. Like walk in beauty. It could literally be your physical appearance is becoming more beautiful. You're beautifying yourself, and this could be just the energy that's radiating through you of your divine soul light coming through you is so beautiful, it's so magnetic. You're becoming extremely magnetic, group 3, okay? And it could be in a physical glow up way, like your physical appearance is actually changing for a lot of you. I'm feeling like that. It's like it's changing, and even just the subtlety of like when the spirit light shines through the eyes and through the face and through the smile, it's like it changes the way someone looks when they have that energy really pouring through them. So there is something about your beauty though, like your beauty, your attractiveness, your appearance, and I feel like you're going to be feeling like you're walking in beauty. You're going to feel actually the beauty of your soul, the beauty of your spirit, the beauty of yourself. And I feel like that's maybe, it's going to be a new version of it. Like, I'm not saying you're not already very beautiful, but I feel this is a new version of this, right? This is a new level. This is a deepening, a glow up, like a downloading more of your soul light into your body, shining even lighter. But the effect that this is going to have on your world is that you're going to become extremely magnetic, like extremely magnetic to the point where I feel like you're going to be a little bit surprised. I think you're going to be a bit surprised. I think it's like magnetic to the point of wow. And do you know what? It's like some kind of energy until this point has been a little bit held back in you. It's been a little bit pushed down. It's been a little bit to the side, to the other side, instead of just like fully releasing. And it's almost like I'm getting the image of like a dam, you know, when a dam breaks and the water is just released and it's just like poof, and there's all of this like pent up energy that's just being released, and now you're releasing it into the world, and you're releasing it into your embodiment, and you're releasing it into change. You're changing your life, you're changing your results, but you really are changing your life. You're changing the way you look, changing the way you operate in the world, you're changing what you attract, you're changing your magnetism, you're changing the way people react to you. There's a lot changing for you, okay? And I'm seeing it again, you're just becoming so magnetic, group 3. Whatever it is that you want to attract, just call it in, because you're magnetic. You really are. I'm seeing master manifestor energy is like you're really getting in touch with your manifestational abilities. And I think as well, there's something about being held back before, and it's like something about you resolved that. You've been able to resolve something inside of you that was holding you back, or something, situation, health condition, something was holding you back before, and then it's being resolved, and it's like your whole world is getting a glow up. Your like whole world is getting an improvement in every single way. Like I'm seeing that, even say if it's like a health condition going away, and so you know your energy returns and your life comes back to you, and it just changes, you know, it changes your social life, it changes your personal life, it changes your spiritual connection because you're more high vibe. All these things change and influence each other, so it's like a full world, look, wondrous universe, like your whole universe is changing and getting an upgrade, a glow up. Okay, group number 3, let's get another card for you. Spirit, what do you want to tell group number 3 right now? What would you like them to know? The Wind Fairy, thoughts, words, and intellectual analysis. Thoughts, words, and intellectual analysis. There's something about you mastering something in the mind, like realizing some kind of trick of the mind and getting and mastering it, and it's going to activate you. It's going to activate your world. It's going to activate a glow up. It's going to activate a healing. It's like you're thinking differently. It's sort of like it's starting in the mind where your thoughts are starting to become different, and then you're starting to get different results. There's something about your really changing based on just your thoughts to begin with. You're thinking differently. You're thinking that things are possible in a different way. You're thinking, you're trying something new. Like Spirit's also giving you the message to keep trying different things, like trial and error. Use trial and error. Don't be afraid of failure. Just keep trying and trying, because you're actually going to have a breakthrough if you haven't already. You know, for example, it's like keep trying different supplements, keep trying different diets, keep trying different, you know, practitioners or something. If you're trying to heal something, just don't give up, no matter how long it takes you. You know, I heard of a story the other day of a woman who took, I think she took like 15 years or something to heal from a condition, but she never gave up, and she did it. You know, so it's like this is a thing. Like, just don't give up, because I'm feeling like if you're not already, you're on the real verge of a breakthrough. And look at this back of the deck energy. Are you serious? We got the disruption card, which is like the Tower card. The Tower card of the tarot But this is such a positive disruption. This is a positive breakthrough. This is a positive tower falling, because it's coming in the form of a breakthrough from your inner world, a breakthrough through your mind. Like things that you didn't think were possible before are going to become possible to you. Things that you have never even allowed yourself to think or believe or explore, and now are going to become completely like self-evident to you. Like you're having a transformation in your mind, and it's like you're letting energy out that was trapped before, like a dam. You're letting it out. You're letting it out, you're letting it out, you're letting it out. And it's coming through a different patterning in the mind. Like this could also be the subconscious mind. Well, it always will be the subconscious mind as well as the conscious mind. But there's some kind of breakthrough that you're having, and it could be at a really deep level. It could be, like I said, out in the subconscious mind, where you might not even really know what exactly it is. You might not even be able to pinpoint exactly what it is that was, got that dam to break inside of you, and got that energy to move through, and got that life force to come out of you, and got that manifestation portal to just like take off. But it's going to happen. And I think that looking back, maybe you're going to be able to see like what was the tipping point. But I think that it's going to be a process where it just starts with the tiniest thought. And that's what Spirit wants to say. Like all it starts with is just this tiny thought where you start to think differently. You start to think, maybe I could get better. Maybe I can change. Maybe there is a different path for me. Maybe this is the right thing for me. And it's like just starting to think that way. And then Spirit can keep coming in and coming in and coming in and coming in until slowly and slowly and slowly, all of a sudden, boom, the water breaks. And this is the energy I was picking up, like a waterfall. Like the water has been stuck, and you had to do a whole bunch of thinking to get yourself unstuck, but you've done it, or you're about to do it. You're on the verge of a breakthrough with the disruption. You're on the verge of a huge breakthrough where your whole world changes and your whole life becomes beautified, glows up, success, like levels up, that kind of energy, like leveling up big time though. And you're physically going to look different, group 3. I think you are physically somehow, I don't know how, but physically you're going to look different from this change. It's going to happen in every area of your life, not just physical. Like it's beginning mentally, actually, Spirit's saying, which is really interesting. It's beginning just with this tiny thought of hope. Like Spirit's saying it's beginning with hope, actually. It's beginning with hope and the belief that something can change, that something can be different, that you can achieve this, to not give up. That's such an important message. Don't give up. Okay, so let's pull some more cards for you, group number 3. What is it that Spirit wants you to know? What does Spirit want you to know? Well, Spirit wants you to know there's change coming, all right? There is change coming. It's for the best. Okay, there's another message coming through. It's like, keep on. It's about persistence. Keep on keeping on. Don't give up, because something about your persistence, it's like hammering away, and then the dam will burst, and all of that life force energy is going to come out of you. So it's like keep chipping away, like tap, 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 because eventually it's going to crack, and open, and a huge amount of life force energy will flow through you, and you won't be held back anymore. Like something, I just saw a bird flying, and it feels like, yeah, you're going to soar, you're going to fly. Something within you was like holding you down, or it's even like keeping you earthbound, earth grounded. And like I said, it could be so many different things, but internally something shifts, and it starts with thoughts, it starts with hope, it starts with being like, wow, something else is possible. And different people in this group are at different points in this timeline. Like some of you guys are about to have this breakthrough where you're like, boom. And some of you, it's like the thoughts is you're still at that point of the thoughts where it's like, I've had a little bit of a different thought today. I've had a little bit of more hope. I've had a little bit of more possibility coming in, and that is something that Spirit's saying, watch for that. That's going to be the first sign when you start to notice that your thoughts are a little bit more positive, like effortlessly. You're starting to see maybe things will change, that is the sign that this dam is about to burst. That's the sign that this huge change is coming. Disruption, like the dam bursting and then all the water coming through. That's a lot of abundance. That's a lot of life force. That's a lot of manifestational power to direct in whichever way you would like and magnetize whatever it is that you would like to. Like this is huge amounts of power, group number 3. I almost feel like you're going to be feeling like the responsibility or something of this power. You're going to be feeling the responsibility of this power, because almost like people are going to look to you when this dam breaks, okay? When this dam is broken and all this water is rushing through you, symbolic of the life force, and you are magnetic beyond your belief, you are so magnetic. I think that you're going to feel a sense of responsibility, because people are going to look to you. They're going to be like, what did you do? I want to be like you. I want to copy you. I want your story. I want your energy. I want your time. I want your attention. I want your love. I want your approval. And there's going to be some kind of energy where you're like automatically kind of elevated to a leadership position. You're automatically put on a pedestal or something by someone in your life, by people in your life, by a community. People are going to look to you, okay? And so there will be something. What do you want to say about that, Spirit? Why do you want to bring that to my attention? Look at this. Because Spirit's saying, relax. I think that you might feel like I said, the sense of responsibility, which is a good thing because it means you care and you have integrity and all this stuff. But Spirit's saying, like, don't take it too seriously. Walk in beauty. Like, there's something kind of funny about this card. I don't know, like, maybe it's the robes, but there's something about, like, I don't feel like this person is taking life too seriously. I feel like they're like, wow, the world is so beautiful, but I don't know, there's something about Spirit saying, don't take life too seriously. You can lie back, rest, and relax, and also enjoy the journey. Came through as well. Wandering path, enjoy the journey. There is something about your path, like Spirit saying, relax, because it's actually in alignment for you to experience this. It's actually in alignment for this energy to come through. And yes, other people are going to pay attention to it because you are here to probably be a way shower, to be like, yeah, this is what I did. This is how I persisted. This is how I had my breakthrough. This is how I had this thing happen. This is how I healed this thing. This is how I did it. There is something about, maybe you are meant to share your story. Maybe you are meant to lead, to step up more into that leadership path. But there's something about it, it's like, because it's in alignment, you're actually going to really enjoy it. So there's nothing to really fear about that. I don't know why this is coming through, like, relax. Oh, you know why else it is? The responsibility thing. It's like you're going to be put into a position of more power. You're going to be having more power. You know, with great power comes great responsibility. You're going to be feeling your power. You're going to be feeling very powerful. You're going to be feeling very magnetic. You're going to be feeling very able to manifest whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you desire. And so Spirit's saying, like, relax, just enjoy it. Because I think there's a part of you that's going to be like, holy shit, this is really different to what I've had before. I've had, like, heaps of my power held back before, and now all of a sudden I'm just channeling it all the time and I have it all the time. That's going to be different. That's going to be an upgrade. That's going to be a departure from the norms. And Spirit saying, relax, move into it. This is divine. This is aligned. This is what you're here to do. There's nothing to be afraid of to do with this, because it is your path. It's 100% your path. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy it, because it's bringing you blessings. Like, whatever kind of level of leadership you're going to be elevated to, or whatever kind of responsibility that you're going to have over the, whatever it is, Spirit saying it's in divine timing. And so relax. Like, you don't have to do it perfectly. Spirit doesn't expect you to make zero mistakes or do it 100% perfectly. Like, there's something about, you don't want, like, there's something about you're taking the responsibility that you're taking the power, you're taking responsibility too seriously. That's what Spirit wants you to know. You're taking it too seriously, and that you're not going to be, like, punished if you make a mistake. You're not going to be humiliated. It's actually just going to feel right. It's going to feel right once you settle into it. There is some kind of sense of trepidation. I think it's just because with the disruption energy, remember how I said it's like a dam breaking? And the reason that there's trepidation I'm feeling in you is because it's going to happen really quickly, group 3. It's going to happen like boom, like a dam breaks, and there's heaps of pressure that builds to that point. There's heaps of pressure that kind of builds up to that point. And then it just happens, and it's just happened, and there's no going back from that. It's done. It's happening, and it's here. So Spirit wants you to know you're protected. You're protected, you're safe, it's okay. But there is some kind of thing where it's like overnight success, overnight manifestation, overnight your life changes. And although it's a beautiful thing, I think that, it's big. You're so used to the phase of life where you're just like hammering at the stone metaphorically, like trying to break the dam. I just got to sit here and hammer at this block, until one day the block actually cracks open, and you don't have to sit there and hammer at it anymore, because now all this life force energy is sweeping you into a totally different new life. And you're like, wait a minute, I got really used to just sitting here and just hammering at that rock every single day. That was my life for like however long, and now your life's different. Now you actually get to go to a new part of the world, and experience new things. And so Spirit's like, just enjoy it, relax, you're gonna be fine, lie back, rest, relax. Spirit's got you. Like, this you know, I keep getting the image of you, like, imagine you're sitting there and you're trying to break a dam. You're trying to break the wall of a dam to like let it in or something. And you're just sitting there for ages and ages, and you're trying to break it. And then eventually, you get swept up on this wave of energy. You get swept up and taken to a totally different part of the river, to the world. Like you're on a river, like you're being taken somewhere, and that's the divine. The divine is going to take you there. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry like, oh my God, all these things happening. How do I control it? How do I take responsibility? I'm freaking out. Spirit's like, just relax. This is happening for you. This is happening to you for a reason. And it's happening in a way that you're being supported with it. You know, you're going to be supported with this power, with this amazing life force, with this amazing breakthrough. It's a positive thing. But yeah, I'm getting that it's going to happen really fast, you guys. Like really fast, sudden, you know, sudden. You heard that? Sudden. Okay, so that is really the message I have for you, is like sudden breakthrough of success after a huge amount of time working on it. And so there's going to be an adjustment period where you're like, whoa, this is really different. But like I said, it's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful era for you, group 3. And yeah, just enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. There you go. Enjoy the journey. All right. I'll see you in another video. Bye. Oh no, we want to do an up vote, Spirit, not a down vote. There we go. What the hell? Wow. What a finale for you, group 3. Pew! Fireworks. Like I said, an explosion of energy. Actually, that is quite relevant. An explosion of energy like that. Yeah, it really feels like that. Okay, so enjoy your explosion of energy, your breakthrough, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.